right, now granted, we are trying to make just a little 5-minute video. There are books written on the importance of water, and water is so important to us. But the one thing we really want to get across to you is how most people walk around in a totally dehydrated state, and they don't realize what that is actually doing to your body and to your mind. You know, people talk about how they walk around so foggy and everything throughout the day, and they think it's because they need nutrition. However, when they reach for nutrition, they reach for stuff that has no nutritional value whatsoever, you know, which is processed food, which we'll talk about, when really all their body needs is water. Because most of us walk around in a dehydrated state because of what we drink. Instead of drinking water, we tend to drink things like coffee and tea for breakfast, and then throughout the day we have coffee, tea, soda pop for, you know, all throughout the day.
Oh, and then alcohol at night.
Yeah, and then alcohol at night. And all of these are diuretics, which means they actually make you lose more water than you're taking in.
Even though you have water in all of those things that you're drinking.
Your total balance is negative. And people walk around in dehydrated states all the time. And if they would just realize how important water is, and they would start to drink the water, and all of a sudden they'd start feeling, you know, I actually feel more clear now. I'm not getting tired like I thought I was. And it's all because of water. Because, you know, I know they say that 60% of your body is made up of water, you know, which is true. However, when you break down each of the different organs, it's totally different. It's not just 60%. If you're talking about like the brain and the heart, you know, your major organs, those are 73% water. And then if you talk about the lungs, which is your other extremely major organ, that's 83% water. And then it goes on down to your muscles and kidneys, you know, 79% is water. Your bones are 31% water, you know, which you think bones, that's just solid material. No, it's not. Our whole body is made up of water. So it's so important that we drink water and stay away from all. You can have these beverages that are actually diuretics, that actually make you lose water. Just make sure that you balance that out with water also.
And one thing I know that whenever we talk about, you know, because we love to drink water. I mean, we have no problems with drinking water, but we'll talk to different people about drinking more water, and they're like, oh, but I can't stand water. I can't stand the taste of water. It's like, that's crazy. We think that's crazy.
That is a first world country issue.
Yeah.
I mean, if you say you don't drink water because you can't stand it, you have got to expand your horizons. You need to look around the entire world, because when you look at these third world countries, it is crazy. These people, we've seen many different things. A couple different things. We went to a Refugees International conference down in Washington, D.C., and Mia Farrow was there, and she was talking about all these, what people have to go through to get water over in Africa. And it was mind-blowing. It totally changed everything. When they show how these people live, these people live, they don't even live in huts. They live in these little stick-built homes that are wrapped with newspaper and bags, garbage bags and everything, and that's their home. And these things are like this far apart, just for miles, as far as you can see, that's all there is. And these women, they get together. This is how important water is. They get together and they know that they have got to get food, they have got to get water back to their families. So they will get in groups and they will travel for miles to get water, knowing perfectly well that many of those women are not going to end up coming home, because they're going to be attacked, they're going to be raped, they're going to be killed. Some of them will be taken back to these villages of these other people who are attacking them. So just getting there and getting back, has all kinds of issues. But then once they get there, even when they get to the water is so disgustingly horrible. And we watched another person,
Scott Harrison, and just because I have a link for that one, we will show he was on Andy Stanley, North Point Church, speaking about charity waters, and he spoke, and I had heard, of course, we had been to Washington, D.C., we had seen Mia Farrow talk about that, but I hadn't thought about what he's just now talking about with the condition of the water once they get it, and then take it back, and like give it to their, of course, themselves, but then also to their children.
But before this, and I know where she's going with this, but before that, even when they go there, they even have to risk, when they dip these water bottles into this dirty, murky water to fill up their water bottles to bring back to their family, they are also risking that when they dip their water in there, their hands in the water, alligators will come up and eat these women, and it's the women because the men, most of the men have already been killed. Okay, that's the kind of places we're in. I know, but this is sad, and to think that I don't like water drives me crazy. But anyway, so going to dip their bottles into these ponds, knowing that an alligator could come up and eat them, and then the water that they get and they bring back, that's what she's getting ready to talk about.
Right. So they were showing pictures of the water bottles, and leeches are, right? Leeches are in the water, and so their kids.
They don't even see these leeches. They're small at first, but they grow inside.
No, okay.
Yeah, but they do, and then they grow.
Right. So then the kids even know to take sticks to stick down their throat to kill the leeches that are now coming up from their stomach, coming back up to get out. The leeches, like.
So the water's so dirty. They held these bottles. This is our clean water. This is our clean water that people say, I don't like water. And then they have this dirty water that people have to live with, and this is they risk their lives for their families to get this dirty water that has so many microbes in it that when you drink it, and that's what she said, these leeches will actually get in the body and they will crawl up. And little kids like 3-4 years old, they already know when they drink their water, and then when these leeches come up, they know how to take a stick and run it down the back of their throat to knock these leeches off the back of their throat, because that's what's in their water.
It's just awful.
Anyway,
just
water is very important. You've got to realize how important it is to our bodies. We need to drink it. And if you're just saying, I don't like it, you need to realize the importance of water, because is it crazy that people in these third world countries totally realize the importance of water, but yet us in these first world countries, we don't realize the importance of water? It's crazy. And the amount of water that you should be drinking, we've already talked about how much percent of your body is made up of water. How much water you should drink, just so you know, is take your weight in pounds and divide that by 2. And that's the number of ounces that you should be drinking every single day. Okay, that's water. Not tea, not coffee, not pop, not things that are like water, but water. Because if you drink coffee or tea or alcohol, anything that's a diuretic, you drink this amount of water that you're supposed to have, and anything you drink with diuretic, increase your water intake by that same amount. So if you have one 12-ounce can of soda pop, and you have this amount of water that you're supposed to have, then you have this amount of water plus 12 more ounces to take up for what the soda pop adds. So anyway, if you don't like water, I highly recommend you acquire a taste for it. And we'll have another video which will kind of help you explain how to change your habits of how to drink water so you can acquire a taste for it.
So we will see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.